to reconcile all of these shadow aspects or the karmic lessons, while you're releasing yourself from the Orion paradigm of learning about yourself, and you coming back into a more integrated, unified self. So, for example, it will reflect in terms of the earth history, like Egypt, for example. For eons, people have experienced what's called the distorted timeline of Egypt. But there was a time where there was a unified Egypt. There was a golden age of Lemuria, or the golden age of Atlantis, or the golden age of this earth as an ark or a garden. So you start to return to be more in alignment with these aspects of the golden age of humanity, instead of identifying so heavily through all these dualistic shadow energies and the wounds and then the past and the trauma. You've done that for generations. Gaia is no longer lingering into this storyline. That's part of what the winter solstice in Capricorn is really going to teach us is, can we let go and release ourselves from these old identities?
So you're suggesting, Vivian, that we'll have a very different quality of energy in 2026, because in numerology, this is a 9-year of completion. 2026 is a number 1 year of beginning. And by April 26 next year, all of the outer planets will be in their new signs for the rest of their cycle. They're not any longer retrograding back into their previous sign. And so there's a sense of momentum and propulsion, and it feels fresh and new. And you've also, on the 20th of February, got that exact Saturn-Neptune conjunction at 0 of Aries. And that hasn't happened at 0 of Aries since 4361 BC, thanks to my good friend Heather Ainsworth, who discovered that in her research. So it's almost 6,000 years, but it's never been in this configuration at the midpoint of Uranus and Pluto too. So that really starts to manifest as energy in a much more obvious way, I think, than the turbulence of the endings and the beginnings that we've got in 2025. So can you talk a little bit about the different energy in 2026? Is it reflecting what you've been sharing, that we have this sense of multidimensionality and greater psychic sensitivity and remembrance of all these gifts and skills we've had, a much greater sense of those as we move into that year?
Absolutely. I love the 9 analogy, 9 ending completion. It's extracting the wisdom of what that very old complete cycle was about. It's about also releasing depleted timelines or depleted grid system on the planet. So you're moving into a complete new planetary network of refreshed energy. Think of it this way: with the number one, if you move into its complete potential in action.